everyone, welcome back. In this video we will be going over sections 7, 8, and 9. 7, which will be the predisposition and strand test. 8, which will be the chemical relaxer. And then section 9, the chemical retouch. Let's go ahead and go to section 7, predisposition and strand test. What we're going to do first is get our bag with all of our materials inside labeled predisposition and strand test, and we're going to go ahead and set this on the table. Now before we do anything else, let's go ahead and sanitize. Alright, after we sanitize, let's go ahead and wipe down the table before we start any type of procedure. Alright, now after you wipe down the table, let's sanitize again. Alright, now that we're sanitized, we're ready to go ahead and set up. Now that we have our bag labeled and all, let's go ahead and take out all our materials so we can get ready. Alright, now that we're set up, let's go ahead and place the bag in the trash. Now, let's go ahead and sanitize. This is what your table should look like. You should have base, which I just use Vaseline, and your color, it can be simulated. I like to use just a leave-in conditioner just to simulate a color. Make sure you have aluminum foil, alcohol pad, a couple combs just in case one drops, and then a couple brushes just in case you drop one, because you do not want to pick anything up that drops on the ground. Alright, now that we're set up, let's go ahead and put our gloves on. Alright, now that we have our gloves on, let's just go sanitize just to make sure everything's clean. You can never sanitize too much, I promise you. So, now let's go ahead and get started with section 7. Let's go ahead and do the patch test. Patch test will be done behind the ear. Let's go ahead and clip up our hair. My mannequin's already cut because, like I said in previous videos, this is actually the mannequin I used for my barber exam, so bear with me. But, you know, any hair that's in the way, let's go ahead and clip it up. So, alright, now that your hair is clipped up, let's go ahead and start by cleaning the area behind the ear. So you have your alcohol pad. Let's go ahead and open this up. Now once you have it open, let's go ahead and place this in the trash. So now let's go ahead and clean off the area that we're about to do the patch test on. Okay. Now that we have done that, let's go ahead and dispose of the alcohol pad into the trash. And like I said in previous videos, which I hope you've seen, make sure you have your 3 paper bags that are labeled to be disinfected, trash, and soiled linens. Now that we have sterilized the area and we're ready to go ahead and get ready with the strand test, let's go ahead and sanitize. So now that we sanitize, let's go ahead and grab our base. We're just going to do this for safety precautions. We're going to grab a Q-tip. We're going to put a little bit of Vaseline on our glove. And now we're going to get rid of the Q-tip in the trash. And we're also going to get rid of the base. And we're going to put this in the trash. This Vaseline and base is just protect the client's skin. We're going to do this just to make sure we don't miss a step. You can never be too professional. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and sanitize again. So just get in the habit of it. Now let's go ahead and perform the patch test. You're going to grab your product and you're going to get your Q-tip, and you are going to close the product, set it back down. Now we're just going to apply a little circle worth of the product. And that's all. Now let's go ahead and place this into the trash. Alright, now that we have done our patch test, let's go ahead and do our strand test. So for your strand test, all we're going to do is simply grab a strand, so sanitize. We're going to pick up our comb and your other clip, and we're going to make another section just so we don't get any hair in our way. To easily make a section, just draw a line with your comb, and what I mean by that is go in with your comb and simply just separate the hair. So now that you have a strand to work with, let's go ahead and clip up all the rest of this hair. The way I like to clip up hair is just simply grab and twist. And now after that, you're going to go ahead and put your clip on. Now we have easy section to work with. Let's go ahead and open up our product again, but let's go ahead and sanitize first. So like I said, let's go ahead and open up our product. We open our product up and we're going to go ahead and grab a brush. So now that I have applied some product into the brush, let's go ahead and grab the strand and we're going to apply the product into the strand. Okay, now that we have applied the product into the strand, let's go ahead and dispose of the brush. This will go into the to be disinfected bag. Now let's go ahead and sanitize. Alright, now that we've applied the product to the hair, let's go ahead and grab the tin foil and let's go ahead and wrap up the strand. So now that the product is in the hair, let's go ahead and wrap up the hair with the tin foil. We're just going to go under and place the tin foil. We can place the tin foil underneath the hair, and we're just simply going to wrap the tin foil around the hair, and then the other. When you get done, and when it looks like this, go ahead and just fold up the bottom, just so it stays on there secure and it's not going to fall. And now this will be the end of your section 7. Now after this is done, you've completed section 7 of the Master Barber exam. Once you're finished, go ahead and step back and wait for further instructions from your proctor. So this is section 8 of the Georgia Master Barber exam. This will be your chemical relaxer. So for the chemical relaxer, we're going to go ahead and take out all of our products that are in our bag. You'll have a bag labeled section 8. I've already put all my products out. Once you go ahead and take all your products out of your bag, go ahead and sanitize. And now that I went ahead and sanitized, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I have on the table. For this section, all you'll need is a base, a relaxer, simulated, which will be just, you can use leave-in conditioner, and then have a couple combs and a couple brushes, just in case you drop something. Okay, now that I have everything set on the table, let's go ahead and sanitize. As you can see, my mannequin has a drape on it, along with the towel. Your mannequin will need a drape for every section of the test. So I know my mannequin in section 7 did not have a drape. However, please have a drape for your mannequin for every section of the test. Now with stating that, let's go ahead and jump into section 8 of the Georgia Master Barber exam. As you can see, I've already sectioned out my client's head and clipped up the parts that I'm not using. I'm actually mimicking going to the state board and only having one mannequin. Some people bring more than one mannequin. However, I'm going to tell you how to just pass with just using one mannequin. So instead of getting product on all of the hair, we're going to go ahead and grab your comb. So let's go ahead and sanitize. We're going to go ahead and section out the hair like I already have. So for this example, I'm just going to use the left side of the head. The right side, all the hair that's still long that I have not cut yet, I'm going to use that for the other sections of the exam. So now that the hair is parted and the rest of the hair is clipped up that you're not going to use, let's go ahead and simulate a chemical relaxer. I'm going to go ahead and grab my brush and my product. So once you go ahead and open up your product, let's go ahead and put some on the brush. And what you're going to do is you're going to grab a section of the hair. So once you have your section, let's go ahead and start in the middle of the hair, the mid shaft, and work up. As you can see, my product is on the hair, and let's go ahead and work that in. Once the product is worked in, now we're going to go from the middle to right before we get to the scalp. So we're just going to go a little bit lower than the middle part of the hair, and we're not going to touch the scalp. We're just going to go right above the scalp. Once this is done, go ahead and lay the hair on the side of the mannequin. And you're going to do this for the entire left section, or just do this for as much time as you can. So I'm going to do a couple more strands just to save us some time. Get some more product. Once you have your product, do the exact same thing. We're going to go in with our bottom of our brush, grab us a strand of hair, and we're going to start in the middle and work up. Now once we've applied it to the middle, let's go ahead and go from the middle to right above the scalp and apply more product. Now once that is complete, let's go ahead and lay this strand off to the side. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do one more strand for you guys. So let's go ahead and get our product and have our section out. Once we grab the section, start in the middle, work your way up. Anything falls, no big deal, grab it. Once you work all the way up, let's go ahead and go a little bit lower, not all the way to the scalp, and lay this section over on top of the other parts of the hair. Because in a real service, all this hair would be chemically relaxed anyways, so it is okay to lay it on top of it. Also, make sure you base your mannequin. So put the Vaseline or the base on the hairline, above the ears, and on the neck, really anywhere that the hair touches the skin. Go ahead and do the exact same thing all the way down. And once you get done, we're gonna go ahead and grab all of our strands, if you have time, and just apply more product. Now once that is complete, go ahead and put your brushes and your combs into the to be disinfected bag, and any cups that have product in it or base, go ahead and put those into the trash. You will no longer need those. Now this completes part 8 of the Georgia Master Barber exam. Alright, now we're on to section 9 of the Georgia Master Barber exam. This will be the color retouch. So we're just going to be applying product, which will be color from the scalp, about an inch from the scalp, just to retouch the hair. So this will be simulating somebody having, color in their hair. Let's just say they were gray, or they wanted to go all blonde, or either way, and their hair grew out. We're just going to retouch the area that they need to be colored in. First, let's go ahead and get all of our things that we need out of our bag, which will be labeled section 9, color retouch. And once you get everything out of your bag, go ahead and sanitize. After you sanitize, this is what your table should look like. So once again, make sure you have a color, base, a couple combs, and a couple different brushes. And now that that's complete, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but you'll need extra combs and extra brushes just in case you drop anything on the ground. Do not, and I repeat, do not pick anything up that you drop on the ground. I don't care if you don't even have anything to do that, just simulate it. Like, I don't even care if you run out of combs or whatever you do, do not pick anything up off the ground. That's why we want to bring extra supplies, just in case you drop something, have an accident. It can happen, trust me. I dropped a brush on my exam, and luckily I had another one, but I'm telling you, just make sure you bring extra materials. So now that we have everything set up and we've sanitized, I'm going to use this bottom left half of the hair to show you what a chemical retouch should look like. So now that I'm sanitized and I sectioned out my area, I already sectioned out my area, but we actually don't even need a comb for this. Let's go ahead and get the end of the brush, and we're just gonna, after you've inspected the hair and done your hair analysis, let's go ahead and start our hair retouch. So like I said, we're only going to be retouching from the scalp to about an inch out. Go ahead and grab your brush. Just like before any other chemical service that we've done, let's go ahead and grab our base, which you can use Vaseline. Put a little bit on your hand. Go ahead and put this into the trash. And after you put that in the trash, let's go ahead and sanitize. Now that we've sanitized, let's go ahead and rub our product just like we have before. And let's just put it on the hairline, above the ear, on the back of the neck, just to protect the client's skin. Let's go ahead and grab your color. And now we're just going to dip the brush into the color, and we're just going to grab the hair And as you can see, I'm just gonna go from the scalp out. And like I said, you don't want to go about an inch worth. Now once you've done that and you have the middle section done, let's go ahead and grab some more product. Make sure we get all this hair. So right underneath there, grab a new section. We're just gonna make sure don't miss any hair. So perfect example, I just dropped my brush. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna sanitize, and luckily I have a new brush. So grab your new brush and let's just keep on doing what we were doing. See, it's a prime example. I didn't even mean to do that. So grab your new strand and let's apply the product. Now once we've completed this, let's go ahead and place our brush into the to be disinfected bag. Let's go ahead and place our combs in the to be disinfected bag. Also, the brush that we dropped, do not even worry about it until the end of the exam, until you're just completely done. There's no reason even worrying about it. That's why we bring extra ones. So, prime example. And any other trash, like our color, our base, if you didn't already put it in the trash, make sure you put those cups into the trash. And now that we've completed this, let's go ahead and step back. You're gonna wait for your proctor to come by, check your mannequin, and we're gonna stay tuned and wait for section 10 of the Georgia Master Barber exam.